In this video I'm going to be working out an individual limit. It happens to be a trig limit with just x approaching pi over 4. So to start with, you should always do a direct substitution on your limits to see if that's going to help or if you are going to get that indeterminate form. So on this one, when I do that direct substitution, we'll have in our numerator 1 minus tangent of pi over 4 all over sine of pi over 4 minus cosine of pi over 4. Okay, working that out, I'll have a 1 minus a 1 in the top, and then I'm going to have square root of 2 over 2 minus square root of 2 over 2 in the bottom, both giving me 0 over 0. So this does lead to an indeterminate form, which means I've got to take another approach. All right, now this is one where unless you just kind of really know kind of what you're doing, it's really hard to tell what that first algebraic step is going to be. All right. However, keeping in mind that we know that tangent is sine over cosine, I could do a legal substitution there that would create a complex fraction there, but then if I would choose to multiply through by cosine, then I would then turn around and get rid of that complex fraction that I created. So that's what I'm going to choose to do. I'm going to choose to multiply by cosine x over cosine x. It's a form of a 1 there, so I won't be altering my equation. Okay, now let's go to the next step and do some algebra here. So a limit as x approaches pi over 4, and then in that numerator, let's write it 1 minus sine x over cosine x, going ahead and making that substitution there for tangent, and I am multiplying by that cosine x all over, we're going to have a sine x minus cosine x on the inside there, and then multiplying by that cosine x. Okay, now I'm going to distribute that cosine x to both places in my numerator so that that fraction there is going to fall out. Now, what I'm not going to choose to do is I am not going to distribute here on the bottom just quite yet. Sometimes you don't want to get in a hurry with doing that because hopefully it's going to lead to something falling out. So I'm going to have the limit as x approaches pi over 4. Then I'm going to have cosine x on that first distributive there. Now, cosines will fall out on the second time I distribute there, so I'll have minus cosine x all over sine x minus cosine x, and then times that extra cosine x right there. Now, as you can see, these two quantities are very, very close. They're just switched and the signs are opposite on all of those. So hopefully you realize that you can cross them out as long as you leave a negative in the problem. You can choose to put it in the top or the bottom. I'm going to choose to put it in the top. So I can cross those two things out. It will leave me with a minus 1 right there. So coming down here, simplifying that out a little bit so it looks a little nicer here. We've got the limit as x approaches pi over 4, and we'll have a negative 1 over a cosine x. Alright, now at this point, let's go ahead and try a direct substitution and see where that gets us. Alright, so then I'm going to have negative 1 over cosine of that pi over 4. Cosine of pi over 4 is going to be that square root of 2 over 2, and then multiplying through there by 2 to get rid of that complex fraction. It's going to leave me with a negative 2 over square root of 2. And a lot of people will stop right there. If you are one that needs to rationalize that denominator, then go ahead and rationalize that denominator. That's going to give me a negative 2 square root of 2 over 2. And those 2's will cross out, which will get us all the way down to a negative square root of 2. Okay, so depending on how far you have to go there with that final answer, either one of those would be equivalent answers. So one technique on how to work out an individual limit like this, the only thing I can say is when you choose to multiply by a form of 1, you don't always necessarily want to distribute, like I did not distribute here on the bottom, so that hopefully in a later step something crosses out. Usually with an algebraic method on a limit, that's why we're doing it, to get some things to cross out. Definitely thanks for watching. If the videos are helping you, be sure and share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks.